Today, I was out checking out Best Buy, trying to understand, what does the modern retail customer experience look like at a technology store? Honestly, still extremely lackluster. You'd think after all the past 2 years of COVID that the retail experience would have evolved a little bit more aggressively, but today, when I was in Best Buy, sadly, the only product in the entire store that had an immersive experience for the product was Beats by Dre. And it was this one particular example that you're seeing on the screen here. I'm just going to reinitialize this experience and talk about kind of how they're welcoming users into it in the store and just ask some questions, maybe answer some questions about what this means, where there are some, there's still some connective tissue that's needed, and some simple improvements to this that could make this a lot more impactful. So let's go ahead and refresh this. All right, get a little tooltip, drag to explore. It started me on the red ones. I think this is because I was looking at the red ones in the store. I will flash up a little video or a picture of what I was looking at in the store when I found this. And you'll see there's some hotspots here, right? We got a nice little spatial interface. It's pretty stripped down. I can pick my language in the top right. I can change the color here. And it does sort of evolve and adapt a little bit as I'm exploring those pieces. Let's click a couple of these hotspots. Okay, we got pairing. We've got, some charging. Man, that font is pretty small in there, huh? White on white. Great UI choice, guys. So yeah, we see a lot of different hotspots here indicating different points on the product. The biggest complaint that I have with this immediately is it's really hard to see the hotspots against the backdrop. It's a little easier when you're looking at the black one, definitely a little easier when you're looking at the white one against the backdrop, but the hotspots are the same color as the device in this screen. I will note that you can kind of check this out in AR. Let's see if I can get this to work here on my tabletop. Let's view product in AR. Let's see what we can do. We'll place it on the table. Nice, that's my cord coming in. I can scale it up. We can kind of look around it here. There's no hotspots on it, but still, not terrible. I can't change the color here though. I can take a picture. Let's see what happens when I do that. Okay, we got a picture. It's more of a screenshot. And I can also look at the object itself here, right? Kind of similar to what we were just looking at in that same experience. Let me go to the back. Cool. All right, so not bad. This is a pretty interesting little experience here. It's kind of stripped down. Interestingly enough, the URL here is beatsinar.com. So this is a completely separate URL property than the main Beats by Dre website. I did a little tinkering and I actually ended up finding another version of this. They got this for a few different products. This one has different colored dots for the UI. This one's a little bit better addressing some of those things that I was just noting with this oddball one. White on white is never how you really want to play it out. But this one definitely has a little bit more improved of a UI user interface with this. And I could also view this one in AR. Let's check this one out. We'll tap to place it. Cool. Yeah. And there you are. There it is in AR. Take a picture of that one. Cool. So, biggest issue I have with this is there's no purchase button. For a product exploration that ostensibly is something you would be using to drive a sale, there's no purchase button, which is kind of insane to me. I got into this experience originally by a QR code at the Beats by Dre retail setup in Best Buy. And yeah, just honestly kind of shocking. There's literally nowhere else to go once you've been in this experience. My assumption is maybe this is something that it's purely for retail, right? So they're imagining you're going to check this out, you're going to play with it, you're going to learn more about the product, And then ultimately, you're going to have a sales rep pull a pair of, Power Beats Pro for you from the shelf, and then you can just check out there. So that's kind of a confusing piece of this user journey to me. Why is there no purchase? But if we go and check out Beats by Dre here, let's do Beats by Dre. Cool. And we check out the website, right? Like, my thought was, when you launch something like this, a lot of times you can use that same architecture of the little application that you've built to do things like have a little 3D product viewer on the website. So let's check and see if they've got that here. Shop, Beats Fit Pro, Beats Studio Buds. That's the one that I think I was looking at earlier. Power Beats Pro, that's the one we were looking at just now. Let's check that one out. Few details. Okay, so, we've got a nice little picker here for the colors. Scrolling, doesn't look immediately like there's any sort of AR check it out button. And yeah, that's really it. Isn't that weird? You would think that with such an awesome experience, something like this, they would just have this as a part of the website, but who knows why? They do not have it, and there's also no way to click back over to the website from here to complete a purchase or put this in a cart or even take a next step. So definitely very odd. Nonetheless, it's cool seeing big brands upgrade the in-store experience for customers. I think that's really the crux of this. This is an in-store scannable QR code that offers you some product information at the point of sale. But there's obviously some weak points and questions in this. I think there'd be some really easy ways to improve this. Put a purchase button in there. Put a go to beatsbydre.com button in there. If you're really talking about the future of retail customer experience, upgrade this application so that when somebody is in the store and they want the red pair, maybe there's not a red pair, they can push a button, call a blue shirt person over to the Beats by Dre station to help you get a red pair. There's so many ways that you could take this experience and upgrade it. But for what it's worth, I do love seeing brands leaning into AR. And, we're headed into a future where augmented reality retail displays are basically going to be mandatory for the baseline expectation for a customer experience in a space like that, especially as smart glasses come into play. Being able to look at a product and maybe not even need a 3D model. With image tracking, and object tracking, you could look at something like this product and have these hotspots, right, appear and react in real time to the product that you're holding up based on the features that you're observing and the part of the product that you're looking at. So I think it's a smart move to be developing this competency. I'm not sure what's going on with this particular experience. In my experience, a lot of the difficulties with this happen when these initiatives are rooted in different cost centers, right? Retail, merchandising, packaging, innovation, marketing. Everybody has their own budget, and it's not necessarily as easy as, oh, let's just connect these dots to make it happen. So let me reiterate, I'm excited to see this. I'm also excited to see this be improved as businesses kind of continue to figure out how this can work as a cohesive part of their marketing and storytelling and brand building activities and their sales driving activities too. So for now, I'm wrapping it up. Appreciate you guys sticking with me on this one. Go check out beatsinar.com if you want to see some 3D Beats by Dre headphones. And I will catch you on the next one. Shepster out. Peace.